Every year, over 50 million tons of electronic waste are discarded. That's like tossing out nearly 5,000 Eiffel Towers worth of old phones, TVs, and computers. This hidden crisis is creating toxic mountains of e-waste in places like Ghana, India, and China, where the discarded tech is leaching harmful chemicals into the soil and water. It's a silent threat, poisoning our planet and affecting communities. As we upgrade our gadgets, we must also rethink what happens to the old ones. The future of our environment depends on it. E-waste is more than just old gadgets, it's a ticking time bomb of hazardous materials. Every phone, tablet, and fridge we toss aside contains toxic chemicals like lead, mercury, and cadmium. When these devices end up in landfills, they can leach into our soil and water, posing serious health risks. Think about it, that old TV you replaced. It's packed with plastics and metals that can harm the environment. We need to recycle responsibly, ensuring these materials are handled safely. Let's turn our e-waste into a resource, not a hazard. Global e-waste is skyrocketing, projected to hit 75 million tons by 2030. Shockingly, less than 20% of this waste is recycled properly. The rest? It's either rotting in landfills or being dumped illegally in developing countries. Imagine mountains of discarded electronics in places like Africa and Asia, where toxic materials seep into the soil and water. This isn't just a waste issue, it's a global health crisis. We need to take action now, reduce, reuse, and recycle our tech to protect our planet and its people. Much of our e-waste doesn't just disappear, it's shipped off to countries like Ghana, India, and Pakistan. In places like Agbogbloshie, informal workers, many of them children, are left to dismantle these discarded devices. They strip away valuable metals, but at a terrible cost. The air is thick with toxic fumes from burning plastics, and the dust they kick up is laced with hazardous materials. It's a harsh reality that highlights the dark side of our tech obsession. We need to rethink our disposal methods and take responsibility for where our electronics end up. Every year, millions of tons of e-waste are dumped, and it's not just trash, it's a ticking time bomb for our health. Heavy metals like lead and mercury seep into the ground, poisoning our water and air. Families living near these dump sites face unimaginable risks, brain damage, cancer, birth defects. The workers, often the most vulnerable, sift through this toxic mess with no protection, their lives hanging in the balance. We can't ignore this crisis. It's time to take action and protect both our planet and our people. When electronics are tossed into landfills or burned, they don't just disappear. Toxins leach into our soil, air, and water, creating a ripple effect that devastates our environment. Nearby crops absorb these harmful chemicals, wildlife suffers, and our drinking water becomes contaminated. The consequences are dire, dead fish float in polluted rivers, and entire ecosystems are disrupted. This isn't just a problem for today, it's a long-term ecological crisis that we can't afford to ignore. Recycling is often seen as a solution, but the reality is far from perfect. In many areas, it's riddled with inefficiencies and corruption. Instead of processing waste responsibly, some recyclers choose to export it, dumping it in countries ill-equipped to handle it. This creates a global cycle of waste that harms both the environment and communities. Whistleblowers reveal the truth: what we think is recycling can often just be shifting our problems elsewhere. It's time to rethink our approach and demand accountability in the recycling industry. E-waste is more than just discarded gadgets, it's a treasure trove of valuable materials. Inside old smartphones and computers, you can find gold, silver, copper, and rare earth metals, worth billions each year. Imagine extracting gold from circuit boards instead of mining it from the earth. By recycling e-waste properly, we can not only recover these precious resources but also fuel a circular economy. This means less pollution and a sustainable future. Tech companies are already mining e-waste, turning what was once considered trash into valuable assets. Let's rethink e-waste and unlock its true potential. Some countries are really stepping up to tackle e-waste. The EU has implemented strict laws through the WEEE directive, pushing for responsible recycling. Brands like Apple and Dell are joining the fight with take-back programs, making it easier for us to recycle our old devices. But here's the catch: globally, enforcement remains weak, and much of the progress is still voluntary. We need to keep the pressure on for stronger regulations and better practices. It's time to hold everyone accountable and ensure our electronic waste doesn't end up in landfills. Every small action counts. You can make a difference by buying less and choosing to repair instead of replace. When your device is on its last legs, consider donating or selling it instead of tossing it away. Support ethical recyclers who handle e-waste responsibly. And don't hesitate to pressure our governments to enforce stricter e-waste laws. The mountain of electronic waste is growing, but together we can still turn the tide and protect our planet for future generations.